You know what? Being mentally ill has always been crippling for me. It's like a part of me what has taken most of my life away. You know, the majority of my teenage life and most of my adult life. You know, it was always a case of I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Before I know it, I'm 41 nearly, and you know, mental health has crushed me, totally crushed me. And you know, sometimes with me having borderline personality disorder, I just sit there in emptiness, and life can crush me. It can truly crush me. It's so powerful, your mind. The mind is such a powerful state. You know, and I'm sharing these things in the hope that I could just be saving that one person, because I'm pretty sure there's people who think like me and struggle like me day in, day out. And this is why I've started this YouTube channel now, because I've been documenting the way I feel all over lockdown, and it's been tough. It's been really, really tough. But living with a personality disorder is so hard. You know, there's them moments of emptiness and just hatred for yourself. I hate myself. You know, I'm looking at it here now, and I hate myself. I hate what I've become. I hate what I am. And sometimes I hate life. You know, sometimes I think to myself, why me? Why am I the one who has to suffer? But I've suffered in silence all my life, and it's time to start talking about it. It's time to start sharing. It's time to start sharing that taboo subject. And this is why I do talk tonight with my wife and a good friend of mine. Because talking saves lives. It really, really does. And as you watch these videos, you'll realise my rawness and my, you know, realness about it and how it's destroyed me. You know, I've gone from being, well, I wouldn't even say I'm a confident man. Well, I must be, because I must have the strength now to talk. Maybe it's years and years of just holding it back and frustration, because all my school life was absolutely crap. It was just caused by bullying at school, bullying from my father. And I believe, I'm a strong believer that your childhood makes you the person you are today. And my childhood has made me vulnerable, and I wear my heart on my sleeve. I absolutely wear my heart on my sleeve. I always have done. I always will do. And the thing with borderline personality disorder, even though I'm helping people through my group, it doesn't matter what you say to me. I can't take it. I can't see the goodness in it. And sometimes my wife sits me down and says, you know, what you've done is fantastic by sharing your story to people. You know, and just giving them people who haven't got the courage to talk about it, the courage to come out. And, you know, because a lot of people don't really comment on my posts, but they comment, you know, privately and say, thank you, mate. You know, I just thought it was me. But really, it's most of the people in the world. But a lot of people are so scared to share because of that stigma. You know, there's still that stigma behind mental health. I did a mental health first aid course a few months ago now, and the bloke taking it is a good friend of mine. We've become friends. Said to me, he says, you know, today we're going to talk about personality disorders. You know, and this is Paul, and Paul won't mind me saying this, but 20 years ago, you know, Paul would have been locked up in a mental institution, and the key would have been thrown away. But that's because of stigma. You know, people, just because I've got a personality disorder doesn't mean I'm going to go around killing people. People have this wrong way of thinking about it, and it's time for me to start sharing these videos so people understand about mental health. So I'm just going to keep on doing these videos so we have a bit of understanding about people, and maybe that next time when somebody is feeling a bit down or a bit, you'll probably judge more openly. Well, not judge at all, because you shouldn't judge anybody because it's not their fault. It's just something what's happened in their life. It's a life experience, or it can be just genetics and it's not their fault. It's just, I always say I would give my right arm and my right leg to not have mental health issues. So people need to understand how powerful that is for me to say a statement like that, because it can ruin you. Your days can be ruined. Many times I've spent full days in bed and spent full days crying, but people don't see that because of the pain, the absolute pain. But it's time for me to start sharing these stories so people can understand. And just remember that it's okay not to be okay, and it's time to kick that stigma away. And just remember, if I can talk about it, anyone can. So stay safe, and I love you all, and goodbye.